All right, here we go. Sedimentary rock reading notes. So I'm going to go over these notes. Have your notes out in front of you, please. Make sure that these notes match up exactly with mine. That way, again, boys and girls, you guys can do well on quizzes. Okay, this is what this is all about. This is to help you. So here they are. What are the three key questions, big ideas? First off, how do sedimentary rocks form? What are the three major types of sedimentary rocks? And how are sedimentary rocks used? Do you guys note these key icons here? I pointed these out before. I'm going to keep pointing them out. And when you see them in the readings, when you see them on the notes, that means that the bold, especially in these notes, the bold and in the readings, these are answers to these key questions, the big ideas that you need to take away from these readings. So here we are. How do sedimentary rocks form? First off, let's start out with some vocabulary. Sediment is small, solid pieces of material that come from rock or living things. Here it is. Key question being answered. Big idea. Most sedimentary rocks are formed through a sequence of processes: weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and sedimentation. Right there answers how sedimentary rocks are formed. Let's go over it again. Weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and sedimentation. Okay? Weathering, so now we're going to break this down. Weathering and erosion. Weathering is the effect of freezing and thawing, plant roots, acid, and other forces on rock. Erosion is the process by which running water, wind, or ice carry away bits of broken up rock. Deposition is the process by which sediment settles out of the water or wind carrying it. Compaction is the process that presses sediments together, and sedimentation is the process from which dissolved minerals crystallize and glue particles of sediments together. A lot of vocabulary here, and all this vocabulary is on Quizlet. It is very, very important that you start studying this vocabulary now and learning what the definition of weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and sedimentation are. All these play in the role in the formation of sedimentary rocks. Okay, so just like with igneous rocks form from the cooling and solidification of magma or lava. That's how igneous rocks are formed. Sedimentary rocks are formed through a sequence of processes, so weathering and erosion, deposition, compaction, and sedimentation of sediments. Okay? All right, here we go. What are the three major types of sedimentary rock? You guys should have read in the reading that there are three major groups of sedimentary rocks, and here they are: clastic rock, organic rock, and chemical rock. So let's define these. Clastic rock. A clastic rock is a sedimentary rock formed when fragments are squeezed together. And in your reading, please look at the different types. It shows you clastic rock, and it'll show you pictures of shale. It is very important that you be able to identify these. We're going to be doing a lab here shortly that you'll get your hands-on experience with these, but that maybe not be enough. So you need to go back in that reading, make sure you're familiar with these different types of sedimentary rock. So here's a type of clastic sedimentary rock: shale. Fossils are often found in shale, which tend to split into flat pieces. Sandstone. Many small holes between sand grains allow sandstone to absorb water. Conglomerate. Rock fragments with rounded edges make up conglomerate. So all these are types of clastic sedimentary rock. Breccia is another one, where rock fragments with sharp edges form breccia. Now we're going to talk about types of organic sedimentary rock. Organic rock forms when the remains of plants and animals are deposited in layers. Can you think of one? Can you think of one that might be an organic rock? You've probably seen it before. I know you've probably talked about it before. Spelled COAL. We'll see that in a second. Coal. There you go. Just said it. Coal forms the remains of swamps. Swamp plants are buried in water. This took millions of years to form. The plants and animals are just compacted in swamp, and they're squeezed tighter and tighter together, and they form coal. Coal is a great source is a great fossil fuel because it has lots of energy built up in it. Limestone forms in the ocean where many living things such as coral, clams, and oysters have hard shells or skeletons made of calcite. Remember calcite? What does calcite do when it comes in contact with hydrochloric acid? What does it do? That's right. It bubbles and fizzes. Remember that. Okay, here we go. Chemical rocks. Chemical rocks form when minerals dissolve in a water solution and crystallize. So there are three major types of sedimentary rocks: clastic rock, organic rock, and chemical rocks. Okay? Types of clastic rocks include shale, sandstone, conglomerate, and breccia. Types of organic rock, coal and limestone. And then we've got our last form of sedimentary rocks is chemical rocks. So how are sedimentary rocks used? People have used sedimentary rocks throughout history for many different purposes, including for tools and building material. Okay, now that you are done, some of you may have been waiting for some of the goofiness that I asked you to do, so I can't end this without you doing at least one goofy thing. Here's what I want you to do. Now, don't say anything, don't make a big scene. I just want you to take off your headphones in just a second when I tell you to do it. Set them down, uh, stand up, go to the right of your chair and sit down, stand back up, go to the left of your chair and sit back down. And you are all done. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.